My name is Frank, originally from Germany.
And I'm Faby from Mexico.
Our first one, she was a 2-year-old, which we had only her for 2 weeks. Yeah, our second one, we had her for 18 months, and she came to us when she was 17 days old. In the moment, KK is with us. She came to us a year ago, and we probably will have her for another year, so maybe a placement of 2 until she gets internationally adopted, yes.
The first one was during the COVID crisis, and they had an outbreak at their care home, and she came to us for 2 weeks. And then the second one, her mother was trying to get her life together. And then KK was very sick and really in need of care.
The children were left in hospitals and left without care and physical touch, so that really broke our hearts, and that was the beginning of our journey.
That was very a divine moment where we felt when we were at the info session. I think Cadence and others were there. We just really felt our hearts was broken, and we have done missions for so many years. You know, we have seen God move in the masses, but we really felt that we wanted to do something more personal, and that will actually remind us how it is to sacrifice your life for somebody else. And we felt that we wanted to invest in the next generation.
To be honest, I think we didn't really have any fear, because we were totally oblivious of what was coming. And our friends with kids actually said, you know what you're going into taking a 17-day-old child into your family, and we kind of really didn't, but yeah, we felt like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think the challenge is, of course, once you have a baby, especially for us, because we've never wanted to have children, we didn't have kids. Of course, it was just a change of schedule. We're very busy people, very engaged with ministry. And you know, suddenly this baby sort of controlled your life. I think what was very beautiful to see from the very beginning, Cadence was so on the ball, giving us what do you need, and I think that really make us feel like we're not alone. But then later with our YWAM community, they really rose up to really help us, and you know, the parents that are in our family giving us advice, and so it was a beautiful thing to see that in the midst of challenges, you know, community was formed and it really rise up to the challenge.
I think always when you have children or foster children, it's like to see God's eyes for the little ones. His whole father's heart, I think, becomes tangible more when you have children. I think as a father too, he understands that, and how much he cares, and how much, when we mess up, how much love there still is. I think that's probably you know that in your mind, but to experience that with a little one is just something which is deep impacting.
Yeah, I think for me, especially when Lilibet, our second foster, came, it was during a very difficult season of my life and ministry, and I just felt that God really sent her for comfort. And again, it's just interesting to see that this baby that doesn't do much, you know, God will use that to give you comfort. But above that, I think God just really showed me his heart for these kids, and you know, that they're in this river of broken systems, and just I have never thought about that. I'm not very maternal, but I think God just really revealed that through these babies, that there's something to do, and that I guess for me a mandate to learn and to also see how we can help them. So I think just his tenderness, and in a way that I've never seen before. And obviously joy, because even though these kids are a lot of work, you know, you see transformation in such a tangible way. For example, like with KK, you know, when she arrived to our house, she had a very severe case of eczema. She was wheezing. She didn't have any muscles. She was not stimulated to walk. she couldn't hold a cup. But just by us and our community really embracing her and accepting her and affirming every little thing that she did, I mean, the social worker said, you know, this is a different child. And that only happens because you love them. The transformation of KK has been so real that even the doctors and the social workers said, you know, this is incredible. And of course, they cannot figure out why, but we know why. It's because God's love flows, and that's what happens when you love someone. I hear a lot of people saying, I could never foster because I could never go through the pain of giving the baby. But, you know, pain is temporary. Love is eternal. The impact that you make in these babies in the first and most important years of their lives is something that will be forever in their lives. And just, I think a lot of people have said, oh, I could never do that. Just step out. Just try. Just try for 2 weeks. And God will do something very beautiful. When we sacrifice, the blessings are just on. And talk to us, talk to any of us that we have fostered, and you will see the changes that have happened in our hearts because we've been willing to say yes.
I think, yeah, take the risk. I think that would be my advice. And I have this quote which is displayed in our house. I'm not afraid to grieve or of grief. I'm afraid of what would happen to these children if no one took the risk to love them. Take the risk, because of a life will be changed by your risk you're taking.